Hey, let's get this party started. I am definitely on a roll and trying to keep this whole entire episode under 30 minutes instead of just the one little, the talk about part, the whole thing. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Single Chronicles. My name is Rose, aka R.S. Lewis, aka Insomniac Writer, and today we have a confession. I don't even know if I want to put this under dating porn stories, but it's a doozy and it involves infidelity, mothers, daughters, all that good stuff. So, if you're new here, make sure you save, favorite, heart, or bookmark this podcast, whatever you got to do so you'll be notified of future episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But most importantly, hit that bell. That way you'll get notified and when a new episode arises. Not just this, but Zumba reviews, trailer reactions, whatever. Movie stuff is kind of on hiatus. I haven't seen anything, we're creating a video. But anyway, for everyone else, welcome to the Single Chronicles. Hey. Missing someone. Missing someone. So we're just going to keep. I really can't sing. Even in the studio, there's no amount of studio magic that can make me sound. Even I'll be feeling like, no, I'm not going to do that to y'all. This is stuff that people don't get to see on Spotify. Oh my God, me acting a fool. All the BTS stuff, not the group. BTS meaning behind the scene. Anyway, like I was saying in the intro, we have a confession. And I'm going to just get right to it. I do have a Facebook page for the podcast and everything else. It was formerly the fan like page for my debut book, The Virus Within, but I kind of morphed it into my personal backup page for, Insomniac Writer shit. So now you know. Anyway, I saw this little tidbit in the messages, and I've seen this kind of topic a lot before. I've seen it on like message boards like Tumblr and Quora and those types of places where people just ask a question. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna get to it and shut up because I'm just. Anyway, it says here, help, I miss my daughter and she's not speaking to me. She found out I had sex with her boyfriend and I want forgiveness. Yo, I don't know what God you pray to, but maybe that's where you need to seek forgiveness from. Go start there first. Then go find a mirror. Look at the mirror and ask for forgiveness there. Yeah, I just want to say something. This is the second time. Actually, this is the third time because I had got another response to a story in Instagram, and I don't think I screenshotted the response or posted it because once if you put a question on Insta stories, and if anybody knows how to figure this out, if you post a question or a poll on Insta stories and somebody answers it, yada yada yada, if you don't repost it or acknowledge it, whatever, it's like kind of going forever. Even though the story stays in your archive, those responses to those questions, at least that's my thinking. Like I don't remember it being that way, but again, I could be wrong. Whatever. Anyway, this is another instance where there's some person doing a hibbity dibbity with their child's significant other. Now, we're just going to assume, for argument's sake, that, everybody is of consenting adult age. God, I hope so. Because if not, I'll be like, cut, it's a wrap. But no, I am assuming by the profile picture, and I don't know this person. This is not like somebody that knows who I am. It's just they saw the post on Instagram. I posted on my personal Facebook page, and then I posted it on that page because every now and again I'll post some stuff. But anyway, the point is that they saw it, they responded to it. Whoever it is, they're not on my friends list. I saw their profile because, I'm like, let me click, 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 click. Let me look. I didn't see any like babies. I did see one. I seen the lady that whose profile this belonged to. I seen an adult girl that kind of favored her, so I'm assuming that's her daughter. And then I saw a baby that all of them were like, she was like my I think it was her granddaughter. So I'm assuming that she misses her granddaughter. I don't know. This is me trying to connect pieces because this is all I got. And I replied back to the message, and I didn't get anything. You know, um, she never replied back to me. So I'm guessing if you listen regularly to the podcast and in the Single Chronicles, I'm gonna try the best I can because, again, I've seen this type of subject before on social media, message boards, stuff like that. I've seen it, and I'm not sure where the fuck it comes from, but I can say that, yo, it's messed up. And most of the responses to this question is never nice. I'm going to start off and say I'm not going to judge your situation. You and the boyfriend ain't shit, but I ain't going to judge y'all all the way. I'm not. That's me stopping with the judgment right there because I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. This is not something I would fathom doing. I would never fathom sleeping with my mother or my daughter's partner at any shape, way, form, especially if they still together. Like, that's just me. But this is me playing devil's advocate, not specifically to this situation, but I've also gone in my adult life to do things I said that I would never do as an adult. I might have said them back then when I didn't understand the context or whatever the case might be, or it's just one of those situations, don't judge a book, yada, yada, whatever, whatever. But the point is that I've been in situations where I said, I would never do that. Most of those situations have not come to pass, but there have been those instances where I've done some shit I said I would never do. So, yeah. So I'm not 100% judge because I don't know how this came to be. I don't know if boyfriend took advantage, she was drugged. Like, I don't know. Like, my horror Stephen King warped ass brain goes to the worst possible scenario. He might have hexed her, put a love spell, put some shit in her, or she might have did it. I don't know. The point is that we don't know why this happened, how it happened. So I'm not going to 100% judge. I can say that she, looking at some of them pictures, and they were dated, prior to 2017. And again, she might have posted stuff since I'm not her friend, and if she has it set to friends only, I won't see it. But that's a little bit of reconnaissance I saw on that Facebook page. And if this happened as of the last post with her and the baby and the other girl, then maybe that tells me that this shit happened like a couple of years ago, and she has not reconciled with her daughter. I can't tell you personally what to do. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it because, again, I've never been in that situation where I got to beg for the forgiveness of my mother or my daughter for, being with their significant other. I hope that you have decided to leave the boy alone, because that's just breeding resentment. And I know, like, a couple weeks ago we talked about the whole would you date a cousin or the ex, yada yada. That's ex. This is someone who did a whole infidelity thing and fucked somebody that was with the daughter. So this is totally different situation. So don't come back and try to, like, oh, but you said, I know what the fuck I said last week, or 2 weeks ago, that was ex versus, this situation is not an ex. This isn't the mom slept with the daughter's ex after they moved on from one another, and this, that, and the third. These are people, like, dude made a conscious decision to fuck the mom of his daughter, of his girl. So, and this has happened before, like someone else. And I'm not trying to, like, rehash what I said before in a different confession, because this is not coming from the boyfriend. This is coming from the mom. So now we got, and I'm sure they're not the same people, but in this situation, this is fucked up because that's your daughter. Like, yo, like, you supposed to want to protect your child. At least in my hands, like even if you scared or you don't want to cause conflict, there's some things that, you think like, all right, if I go after this motherfucker that hurt my child, I'm gonna go in jail and nobody's gonna be there to protect her. So let me think, how do I get around this or help my daughter out of this situation? Okay, I can see that, but that's not this case. You went and broke your fucking daughter's heart. And I don't want to hear that, oh, we was drinking and one thing led to another and yada, yada, yada. Yes, it does happen. I'm sure it happened on the Empire episode way back when that show was popping. But, it doesn't make it any less right just because we've normalized it in media and entertainment and yada yada. It doesn't change that. So if this is some foul ass shit that you did to your baby girl, all you can do is hope that one day she'll at least acknowledge your existence, and because it seems like you haven't even spoken to her since this happened. And again, I couldn't get the context, but because this is like, we've been on this type of time before and this talk before, I wanted to address it. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, I don't want to really judge because I don't know why it happened, but it's still fucked up. Like, yo, what the hell, man? Like, yo, you, and I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible because, again, I'm a parent. The fuck? Yo, what's up with these moms, yo? Like, yo, y'all is some fucking toxic ass people. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my little ice. Well, it was toasted vanilla oat espresso earlier, but then I went to the kitchen and made some iced coffee because I don't want to have super caffeine, but I needed to wake up. Anyway, yo, the fuck is wrong with y'all moms, yo? Yo, one thing I've been noticing, and this has been between the experiences I've seen firsthand, the experiences of stuff I've seen like on social media and other discussions and other similar podcasts. Yo, y'all some fucking toxic ass parents. Like, yo, I mean, and I'm coming into a period of enlightenment where, as an adult parent of an adult, and looking back at the decision, like, especially with this whole Single Chronicles podcast going from just me ranting about the shit I go through as a single woman to me healing from those things. So as I heal, as I get therapy, as I, come into this alignment and accountability and all this other stuff in therapy, I'm starting to notice the toxic shit that a lot of us as females do. We be out here fucking up lives. Don't mean that y'all guys don't be doing it because, y'all, yeah, this is me zooming in. Y'all need to be accountable for y'all shit too. So my thing is that as mothers, sorry, I gotta zoom out on the camera. This thing is, I can't just hold the button. But anyway, you women, like, yo, why is we so toxic to our fucking kids? This is where this is going to go. Like, if you have a child and your job as a parent is to want to protect that child, period. Things you shouldn't do as a parent, and this is what I learned recently, not as being a parent, but just recently through therapy, counseling, healing, all this other stuff. Certain things you ain't supposed to do. First of all, I've seen a lot of mothers who want to project and live vicariously through their child through competition. You are jealous of your fucking daughters. I'm fucking tired of seeing mothers jealous of their daughters, because this is apparently a little bit probably is in this, and now she's regretting what she did because she let that shit fester. You saw that, first of all, the dude ain't shit in this case. You wasn't shit. Like, how you want to sleep with your mom, your mother-in-law, could have been your mother-in-law. You ain't the fuck shit. That's first and foremost. You ain't off the hook. Just like I said with the other boy, he wasn't off the hook. Whatever, even though he gave me context later, he listened to it, he was like, damn. But still, in this one, you ain't right. That's not really cool. Sometimes, yes. I know I spoke on this when we were talking about dating, like, a relative, the ex of a relative or something. But there got to be boundaries somewhere. And this is one of them. Because again, like I said, this isn't an ex. This is a person that was still with the daughter. Anyway, yo, I'm fucking tired of hearing and seeing instances where these mothers are jealous of their daughters. Now, I did a podcast episode a while back that the daughter was getting kicked out because the mom was like, yo, you've been fucking my boyfriends and this and that. They going at it. And it was heartbreaking because the daughter was like, I didn't fuck him. He raped me. And it was like, yo, even for a millisecond, if that was just some bullshit that the daughter was saying, because you know we've had those instances where a girl accused the dude of rape and that wasn't the case. But let's just say that's the truth. Let's just say, yo, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Like, you did what to my baby? Like, I'm going to believe her story first and foremost. And then we're going to, because you are guilty. The dude that did that shit to my daughter is guilty until proven innocent. I'm sorry, I might be wrong, but I'm not the law of the land. I'm not Justice, Lady Justice. So guess what? When it comes to my child, you're guilty until proven innocent. Period. Now we're going to get to what happened, how this happened, so it doesn't happen the fuck again. But that episode I did, and this was, like I said, season 1 of the podcast, it was heartbreaking to hear that daughter's pain and hear them crying and screaming. And I'm seeing a lot of this toxic ass parenting. Some of it is just coming to the surface because this shit ain't new. Like, no. This is not no new age shit. The only thing that's new is that it's coming to a head. A lot of women are being exposed as being fucked up as moms and having kids and fucking their lives up before they begin. Like, yo, it's so much shit that I've seen out here. Shit, some shit that happened to me that had not happened, and it wasn't as bad as this case or the case with that first episode, but had it not happened, it wouldn't have led me to make decisions that I make, because everything is a cause and effect. And when you fuck up a child mentally or emotionally, or they're feeling abandoned mentally, emotionally, that stems into their adulthood. And because it's not put in check, it's not, I didn't figure out until it was so late in my life. Like I said, I was in my 30s and 40s, late 30s, early 40s, mainly early 40s, when I started to realize, wait a minute. It got to be a reason why I'm in these shitty ass relationships, especially if I'm giving insight on dating. Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? So I had to dig deeper into some repressed shit I didn't even know was the fuck there. So I say that to say this, ladies, you got to start being careful with the partners you pick. That's first and foremost. Secondly, you got to realize that if you are picking these bad partners, it stems from some shit with your parents. Parents, you got to look and see, at some point, get your life together. I don't know if there's even anyone to check you, or if you ever notice that everybody's always against you, or you do some passive aggressive shit, because I don't care if you're the biggest narcissist in the world. At some point, there's some little teeny voice realizing, oh, I'm lying. I'm full of shit right now. My self-esteem is fucking asinine and non-existent. And I'm doing something consciously to fuck up my child or someone else's life because I ain't got a handle on my shit. And it sounds like babbling right now, but just listen, stick with me here. There has to be a voice in the back of your head. Like I said, I'm not a narcissist, so I don't really know, but I do know this. As a human being with some kind of moral compass, some part of the brain is telling you, yo, this ain't cool. What you doing? That ain't right. That didn't happen. Then again, like I said, I'm not a narcissist, and I don't have a personality disorder either, so then again, maybe not. But if there is a smidget of a voice that's telling you this is not right, listen to it. Because this is all this is. This is a classic, clear example. Mom, I pray that your daughter forgives you in the event that you can at least have a family. But don't expect her to ever fucking trust you again. Daughter, I hope you get some fucking therapy. Because if your mother is capable of doing this, or you are with a guy that chose to do this, then that means you need to do some soul searching and self-evaluation and loving yourself so that you cannot choose a person like this ever again. And that's really that. I don't really have a lot to say on this, just like the last time I talked on this episode, because, yo, this is really fucked up. Like, yo, like, I don't understand How? Like, where do you expect the relate? Like, how do you even expect that? Let's just say she starts speaking to you again. Where at some point down the road, how, where, when, whatever, how do you expect to have a relationship? What kind of relationship do you expect to have? It's not going to be 100% trustworthy. Because let me tell you this. If someone steals from me, I don't care who it is, I will never trust them with any type of, you ain't going to know how much money I got. Every time you see me, oh, I got like $5. Oh, I got like $2. Damn, you always got the same $2. Yep, I'm broke. If you ever steal money from me again, don't ever, 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 ever worry about a money situation. I will never put you in a proximity where you could be close to even trying to steal some shit from me. That goes with men. Like, if you are my relative, friend, whatever, and you sleep with someone I'm dealing with, don't you think you will ever be around my significant other ever again? That depends. And like I said, it depends on the type of relationship we have. Because if we got the type of relationship where you do some shit to me that's fucked up and unforgivable for real, guess what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep the fuck moving and I'm cutting you the fuck off. Now, if you like, say if this is my mom and I really can't 100% cut her off, because like I said, I haven't gotten to that skill where I can cut off close ass people to me yet, my mother included. So if I do get to a point like that, which yeah, it can happen, guess what? Guess the fuck what? I am going to be cutting that woman, anybody else off. I don't care. Mary, mother of Jesus, could do some foul shit to me. I'm sorry, Mary. Jesus, get your mom, because I don't bang with her no more. So that's just my take on this. Like I said, all I can say is I pray for you and your daughter to reconcile on some, level. It ain't gonna be what it is. I mean, it's no difference. Like, if this was a glass container and I broke it on the floor, even if I glued every little piece of glass back together and got it into this perfect cylinder cup shape, it's not going to be the same. It's still going to be fucked up, and you're going to see the cracks of those where it broke at. Just like if I get a stab wound or something, you're still going to see the scarring. I'm not stabbed, but I'm just saying, like, if I get stabbed or cut or whatever, you're going to still see the wound. If it's going to be a heal, it's going to be a scar, but you're still going to know that it happened. So don't really expect that relationship to ever get back to where it was, but be hopeful that you can get some semblance of a relationship, and just work to just be, don't be hard on her. Don't be trying to, like, well, when I'm gonna see you, when you gonna forgive me, I'm sorry, because if you're sorry, you wouldn't have did it. So just give her space, give her time. Eventually, you're going to have to find the words that don't feel like it's just you feeling guilty, and just say, look, I know I genuinely fucked up, and if you never speak to me, that's fine. I wish you well, but again, I'm sorry. And because there's a difference between an apology that's coming from, yo, I really feel fucking bad, or versus the one that's just like, yo, I feel bad and I want you to forgive me. But you don't feel bad for hurting them. You just feel bad because you got fucking caught. So again, when you really feel that sorrow, that guilt turns into sorrow, and eventually you repent for that or whatever, yeah, then maybe she'll forgive you. But at first you gotta ask your maker and the person in the mirror to forgive you. Because don't be expecting her to make you feel better about yourself for you fucking up. You don't get that right. You lost that right when you did what you did. And to the dude that did it, man, the hell's wrong with y'all? Oh, yo, this is why I'm single now. Yo, I got on a dating market for literally one day, and I was like, fuck this. Anyway, time for the accountability quarter and this week's sponsor, because hooty hoo. Oh man. Okay, I'm blessing somebody once a month or maybe twice a month with a free promo. I'm hooking this young lady. I think she's like in catering. Like, she got some really good food. Like, yo, I follow some people that can cook. Y'all about to make me not be vegan no more, because No, I'm not gonna stop being vegan. But the point is that yo, these foods are really good. So anyway, um, let's do this and then we'll get to the writer's reflection. Not that long ago, on Facebook and I believe on my Insta stories, I put out there that I was blessing someone with a free complimentary promo. Here it is right here. So my sister, Crystal, hey, she went and she messaged me first and she commented first. She was like, my girl Ravens Eats, she got, you know what I mean, she got the food, she got the eats, and I'm on her Instagram right now, which is Ravens Eats, RAVENS_eats, EATS. She got some really, really, really good food. And like she's based in Philly. She got all types of stuff. She got some. She did some stuff at the Vintage Cigar Room, which is like in like Montgomery County. But yeah, I had to go through her page and get a little stalker on. But I fell in love right here, and she's a beautiful woman. I'm not flirting, kinda. But anyway, she got some veggie ramen on here that I saw. I'm sold at the veggie ramen right there, and it ain't like no oodles and noodle shit. So anyway, I'm giving love, showing love. Go ahead on over to Ravens Eats on Instagram and also on Facebook and tell her Rose from the Single Chronicles sent you. And while you there, go give me a bowl of this ramen while you at it. All right, look, bring it on back. Let me know how much we cost. I'll pay for it. No, I'm not gonna pay for y'all food, but y'all want to treat me, that's fine too. I'm just joking. Anyway, that's this week's sponsor for Single Chronicles. Hey. Alrighty. I'm so mad that the first promo that I did for this sister right here, I was so enamored by the food. Like, I'm so greedy. I was so enamored by the food. This fine, black, independent, talented sister. I was just like, yo. Forgot to hit record on the damn on Anchor. All right, let's go to the accountability quarters. I can get the hell up out of here. Okay, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Single Chronicles. Today, we had a confession by way of Facebook. This is why I probably don't go on Facebook that often. But it regarded a mother wanting to rekindle her relationship with her daughter that has been broken as a result of infidelity. I can't tell you how to repair the relationship with your daughter. All I can tell you is to work on forgiving yourself first. Because at that point, all you can do is wait for her to forgive you. It's not up to your daughter to make you feel better about your guilt. It's not up to your daughter to take that pain that you caused. She can't do that for you. So the only thing you can do is work on some self-healing and work on growing as a better mother, hopefully. Will the relationship between you and your daughter ever be the way it was? Probably not. But you can pray and be hopeful that one day in the future things will get better. That is really all I can say. This is one of those situations where we see far too many times where mothers are in competition with their daughters. And I'm not really a theologist, I'm not a Christian, but they do say that will probably be the end of days, father against son, mother against daughter. And I'm seeing, maybe because of the field that I chose to be in and the things I see on social media, maybe social media has shined a light on a lot of toxic stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of mothers envy of their daughters. You spend the first part of their childhood hindering their growth, their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations, telling them they can or cannot do something. We start there, then we compare them to other children. Then after that, if their self-esteem hasn't been already shattered, we go and do things that, we talk about them to others in a negative manner and connotations and tones, and then we go and do this final blow. I'm not sure if your relationship is like that with your daughter. However, I have seen a lot of instances where it started somewhere before, because any self-respecting mother would never do such a thing. Sorry. I don't mean to judge, and I don't mean to make light of your situation, but this is the accountability corner. And this podcast is about being accountable for the things that you do, good or bad. And your job, once you give birth to another human being, is to protect that human being. You know, it's to enrich in their lives and just not even just protect, but just, it's like if I plant a seed in the ground, that seedling will start to blossom and bloom out of the dirt, and I got to give it water, expose it to sun, keep it safe from certain elements so that it can flourish and produce other seeds and fruit or whatever type of plant it may be. So I say that to say this, and I'm going to conclude with this. It's better if you are not prepared to be a parent. No one ever really is, by the way. There are books and podcasts and stuff, but there's no real way to be prepared to be a parent. It's pretty much trial and error the whole time. But sometimes you have to put the needs of this innocent child ahead of your own. You had that child. That child is your responsibility, not anybody else's. How dare you break down your child in a manner that forces them to cut you off and then make them feel bad about cutting you off. And again, I don't want to judge, but as a person healing from her own personal pain and me trying to bridge this gap or get on the road to forgiveness towards my past traumas, how dare you? So many people lost their mothers. So many people lost their daughters, especially in this day and age. So how dare you? You are not right for that. And I pray that your daughter does forgive you, but I hope you never do anything like this ever again to her or anybody else. Sometimes you gotta stop putting your own selfish needs and your own carnal wants and lusts ahead of the people you care about. Just saying. Anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'm your girl Rose. Make sure again you subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have any confessions for this season, feel free to send them to me via DM, comment, whatever. What do you think about this particular situation? Like, it seems like we're talking about a lot of familial and family stuff. It's like the theme. I should have just named it family drama instead of confessions, because it seems like every confession I've gotten was in relations to family. And I didn't really cover this, but it makes a lot of sense, especially because who do you talk to without them feeling like they're going to judge you? Even me, there were points in this podcast where I probably sounded kind of judgy, and I wasn't trying to be, but it's really no one to talk to because even the world's going to judge you. So, lady, again, I hope all you can do is work on forgiving yourself first and move on and hope that you see your daughter down the road. She knows you feel bad about it now, so eventually if she knows that you really are working towards getting her back in her life, not because you feel bad about it, but because you genuinely love your daughter, then yeah, I'm praying for you. That's probably what I said or should have said earlier. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. So thank you again for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. I'm taking a week off. Passover is coming up, so that's in April. But I will let y'all know exactly when. That'll probably be the podcast coming on, let me check my calendar, which will be Easter. So that whole weekend is Passover, Easter, and Tax Day. So there will not be a podcast for that week. So the week of April 18th to the 22nd will be no podcast, no. I might still put something on YouTube, or I might do something, but there will be no podcast that week. So, y'all been warned. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm out of here.